How you doing, YouTube? It's your boy Umbreon for life. I swore I wasn't gonna try to post any battle recorded videos, but this battle was just way too good for me not to post. I decided to. I always like to use different teams, and I decided I wanted to try Sandstorm Team, and I wanted to try Stout just because it was funny. So I don't know. I loved how the battle ended, and it was one of, in my opinion, it was my best battle that I've had this generation, because that's how good it was. And it's not even like one-sided. Oh, my reflection. I opened up Tyranitar because that's my rocker, and I didn't think he'd open up Jolteon. So I decided to switch to Aegislash because I'm trying to predict a switch. And in case he uses Thunder Wave, which I didn't want to deal with. I could have switched to my Rhyperior, but I didn't want him to use a Focus Blast. That was the original reason why I had switched into Aegislash too. I stay in on the Rotom because I'm carrying a Lumberry, and I decided to get up a free Sword Dance. I'm also trying to find out what kind of Rotom this is. Rotom is really good this generation. Like it was good last gen too for sure, but it's still just as good. He gets a crit right there, which sucks. Alright, right here he sends in his Chomp to threaten me with a Earthquake, obviously. And right here, I obviously go for my Shadow Sneak because I figured it would do a lot of damage to the Garchomp. I don't know if it would kill. So he switches to Chansey. That's another way for him to scout to see what I have. I thought I'd outspeed Chansey, but I don't, and I get Thunder Wave. So now I'm just hoping that my attack goes through. And it does, and I wind up killing with Sacred Sword. It was good getting a nice clean kill on that Chansey, because Chansey's very annoying. He sends in his Lucario to revenge kill. Because I figured he'd predict my King Shield, I go for a Sacred Sword because I'm thinking he might Nasty Plot or Sword Dance, but he just bullet punches. I guess because I was paralyzed, but he absolutely doesn't respect my King Shield. So I guess it was a good call on his point. You know, that's why King Shield's kind of bad. Alright, because I figured he's going to read my Earthquake, he's going to probably send a Rotom. I go for the Hammer Arm just to get off decent damage. Plus he was also weak to Hammer Arm, so it was a safe play. I switch out here because I don't want to take a Hydro Pump without Sam being up. So I'm reading Hydro Pump, but I didn't even think about him using Will-O-Wisp again, and he does later. Oh, he goes for the rest this time, I forgot. So right here he confirms that he's one of the Chesto Rotoms. I don't have much to attack this Rotom with. I thought he'd go for Hydro Pump now, so I switched straight into my Rhyperior, and then he hits me with the Will-O-Wisp, which is unfortunate because I probably should have just stayed in Stealth Rock. The whole game I'd never Stealth Rock him, which is funny. So now because I'm reading the inevitable Hydro Pump, I know he's not going to Volt Switch, I switch to my Greninja. Because I know he could take a Hydro Pump, but I get lucky and he misses. That would have been some good residual damage. Right here I go for the Spikes because I figure he's going to want to Volt Switch out. But it's almost like he predicted that because I guess he figured I'd bring in my Greninja just to turn him into a ground type. That way he won't get, you know, damaged, but I wind up weaving his Hydro Pump anyway. So now since we're at this point, I just go for the Dark Pulse. Try to kill off this Rotom. he decides to save Rotom here. I guess I thought he would figure me going for Dark Pulse, and he switched somebody to resist it. So I went for an Ice Beam. I wish I went for a Scald, but I didn't have the balls to go for that. And I crit hit him right back. So we have 2 crits, so you know it's not just hacks. Like I said in my board, I need to get my Sandstorm back up. Because my other 2 Pokemon definitely need it, especially my Stoutland. And I basically just sack out my Tyranitar. I wanted to see what kind of Lucario he was, because the only move he used was Bullet Punch. And Lucario I want to put him on this team, honestly. And then I sent in my boy, the Big U. I don't know why I named him that. And he's just gonna sweep everybody. Just about. Retaliate's the only move that has a cleaner animation than Brave Bird, in my opinion. So I was screaming during this whole thing. Because I have Sand Rush, I wasn't sure if I'll sped the Jolteon, but I wound up doing it anyway. And I just start cleaning up. Now I figured there's no way I can kill this thing in one hit. And I remember that I'm banded, so I can't Fire Fang him. Plus, he probably has Stick Fat, so I wasn't gonna Fire Fang him anyway. It's just better for me to stick to my stab. So right now, this Mamoswine is eating up turns on my Sandstorm, and he's getting residual damage on my puppy. I'm probably gonna name that puppy something Japanese and female, because all I use is Retaliate on it most of the time anyway. Now all he has left is Lucario and a Garchomp. I decided to save my dog just because I felt like he deserved to be saved and sack out my Rhyperior. But in retrospect, I should have let my dog die and have Rhyperior kill Lucario with an Earthquake, and I would have just won the game right there. But so that was my first, really my only really bad play. And right now I'm thinking that I've lost, so I didn't know if I'd survive a close combat or not. And I didn't. So now I have Lucario versus my Mega Alakazam, and I don't know if I'll survive a Bullet Punch. And I had thought I might have lost the game just because I made that wrong play at the very end, because I wanted to save my dog. I thought he deserved to be saved. So I go crazy when I find out that I lived. And I go and clean up the Lucario. And showing that I had the Dazzling Gleam, I was pretty sure I killed Garchomp too, because I know I outspeed him. And I figured that was the game. But somehow you'll see what happens. It doesn't kill, and that's why I say you should always use Modest over Timid. But this is a Timid Alakazam. I'm probably going to change that really soon. So I said to my dog, because I figured there's no way that I'm going to live. And I wind up living this Poison Jab, and I went crazy. And I'm like, Retaliate or Ice Fang to kill the Garchomp. And I died at a rough skin. Yeah, so the reason why I posted is because it was such an awesome battle. In my opinion, I think that I won, but I don't know how it goes officially. I definitely didn't expect that. Let me know what y'all think below on who wins. I don't know who wins officially. I know with Aftermath and Rough Skin, I think Smogon, I don't know if the Aftermath user wins or if the attacker wins. So that's the battle I wanted to show you guys. Let me know what you think, and leave comments below. I'm trying to figure out nicknames for my Stoutland. So this is Umbreon for life, and I'm out.